Developing story we are tracking right now, a disturbing discovery as authorities search for a missing mother of 4 out of Conyers.
Imani loves her children. I know she would never leave her children or myself.
This is how we know something terrible has happened.
Imani Roberson vanished just over 12 days ago. Thursday night, her torched SUV was found 30 miles away in Atlanta.
This is the radiator.
That's off the emblem.
And that's off of the emblem also. And that's the front of the emblem right there.
And we spoke with Imani Roberson's father this afternoon. He fears the worst, tells me he suspects foul play and believes that his daughter is dead.
I would assure the family that we're going to find some answers to Imani Roberson's disappearance. Someone's going to answer to this.
Pow! Then her car backs out of the garage. It's not seen anymore until at night, down on Metropolitan, 200 block, Metropolitan, then these areas, Delow, Campbellton Road, Barge.
Her babies now wondering what's happened to Mom. Ackland believes the answer was captured on Imani's neighbor's Ring doorbell.
That's the fire missing.
I heard the pounding.
And we're gonna work hard in finding the whereabouts of her mother and finding some answers.
Please help me reunite these babies with their mother.
Imani is 29 years old and lives in Conyers, Georgia. Friends and family describe Imani as loving, nurturing, and loyal. Her favorite verse is Romans 8:18. I consider that our present suffering are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. Imani is the mother of 4 boys, a 1-month-old, 3, 9, and 11-year-old. Being a mother didn't stop her from being a hard worker. She is the owner of Mama K's Cleaning Service. Imani's cleaning business performs services for residential and office environments. She often promoted her job because she loved what she did.
I get you what you want, but you want me alone. Baby, I get you what you want, but you want me home. I get you what you want, but you want me alone. Baby, I'm acting. I get you what you want. I don't want to wait too long. I don't want to wait too long. I don't want to wait too long. I don't want to wait too long.
Reports didn't go far into detail about the nature of her relationship, although they all stated she is married. What they did emphasize on is that Imani is very close with her family, especially her mother and her children. Imani's father, Ronald, said she was in the process of moving in with her mother, but then, on July 16th, everything changed for the family. Imani was at her mother's home with her 4 children that day. They had all eaten together before Imani left to run home. Imani went home with her 2 youngest children, while the older 2 stayed with their grandmother. She only lived 2 streets away, so the drive home was swift. Imani would only run home and pick up a few things, but unfortunately, she never returned. Her mother and father continuously called the following day but got no answer. Knowing that the mother and daughter would talk every day, Imani's father said it was out of character for her not to call and check on her children who stayed behind. At that point, Imani's mother drove to her daughter's house and found no one home. She immediately filed a missing persons report and her father started an investigation of his own.
And think back to July the 16th, the whole July the 16th, and think back, have you seen this vehicle? Have you seen this person? Have you seen anybody that may or could have been involved in this?
A mother's pain on full display tonight. The woman who brought a missing Rockdale County woman into this world is now pleading for help in finding her.
And today, investigators confirmed that the burned car they found last week belonged to that mother of 4.
In the days that followed Imani's disappearance, investigators gathered enough information to get a search warrant to enter her home on July 19th. Strangely, Imani's purse, IDs, and credit cards were left behind at the home. Imani's father, Ronald, said his daughter has never disappeared and would not just up and leave after giving birth to her youngest child. He said on top of that, her SUV being found so far away and on fire made him think the worst.
This is the radiator.
That's off the emblem.
And that's all for the emblem also. And that's the front of the emblem right there.
The emblem from Imani Roberson's Mazda SUV, missing until 24 hours ago.
This is how we know something terrible has happened.
The white SUV found torched in this secluded area off Camp Creek Parkway in southwest Atlanta.
Her father also shared a video from Imani's neighbor's Ring doorbell footage to the local news.
That was a gunshot.
Now, 11 Alive has not confirmed if that actually was a gunshot. Imani's father says her SUV is seen in the grainy video backing out of the garage and speeds off. This is the last time she was seen.
Pow! Then her car backs out of the garage. It's not seen anymore until at night, down on Metropolitan, 200 block, Metropolitan. Then these areas, Delow, Campbellton Road, Barge.
On August 2nd, 2023, the Sheriff's Department held a press conference to provide more information on what they found in the search for Imani.
Is that all the family members you want?
If anybody else wants to come up, it's fine.
Any other family members? I'll get you scooped down just a little bit. There you go. So I'll bump you. All right, so for y'all, good morning. I just want to kind of give a disclaimer. It's going to be, for me, it's going to be very limited information. And unfortunately, I will not be able to take any questions. But what I will tell you is that one of the reasons I won't take any questions is because there has been information provided to media that we did not want to be provided because of the information that we have already obtained on this case. And so I'm only going to give you kind of a timeline and kind of what I can give you right now. Other than that, that would be all that I'll be able to tell you. Then thereafter that, I'll turn it over to Ms. Clarine for any comments she wants to make. All right? So I'm Eric. I know y'all going to want that. Eric Levitt, ERICLEVETT, Sheriff of Rockdale County. All right. So as most of you know, we are working a missing person case of Imani Roberson. She is a mother of 4. She is married. So on 7/16/2023, Imani Roberson arrived at her mother's house for dinner along with her 4 kids. On that same day, Imani Roberson left her mother's home to return home along with 2 of the 4 children. The other 2 children stayed with Imani's mother, Miss Clarine, which is their grandmother. On 7/17/2023, Clarine called her daughter as they talked frequently to no avail. She made several more calls to Imani, again to no avail. So Clarine decided to go by her daughter's house, Imani Roberson house, to make contact with her, again to no avail. Clarine made entry inside of the residence to find no one at the home. Clarine, her mother, then decided, to file a missing person report because she knew that her daughter would not have called her, or they would, they talk frequently and I think daily, and said that she would not, at least call to check on her kids, and she thought that was strange, and it was just out of character for her daughter. So on the 17th, she filed a missing person report on that same day. After she filed that missing person report, between the 17th and the 19th, we had done some preliminary investigation, talked to several people, and based on the information that we gathered from that investigation, it led us to conduct a search warrant at Imani Roberson's home that she shares with her 4 children and her husband. On July 19th, the search warrant was executed. After the execution of the search warrant and all the information we had obtained from our investigation between that July 17th and July 19th, this led us to the city of Atlanta and South Fulton County. So during the course of this investigation, my staff, investigators that is, have put over 400 hours into this case, searching for Imani Roberson and investigating why and how, did she go missing. We have continued to work with our local partners such as the GBI, GSP, APD, I believe South Fulton, as well. We've had some aerial searches, I think was conducted by GSP, and there was one other agency that helped with the aerial search. And we've also contacted a cadaver organization and at least over 3 other cadaver organizations to also help us form some type of search in some areas that we've identified that we may need to check. So again, we're just urging the community, any of Imani's friends, or anyone that may have talked to Imani, may have talked to the children, may have talked to her husband, to contact the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office and reach out to our investigators to give us any information that they may know or that they think that we might want to know. As you know, Imani is a mother of 4 children, 11 years of age, 9 years of age, 3 years of age, and I believe 1 month old. This is a mother. These are children that need their mother. And we are going to continue to search and investigate this case until we find Imani. I have assured the family that we're going to find her daughter. We're going to find out why her daughter is missing. And so we're urging the community to assist us with that. And if anyone have any information, again, I refer you to our investigators at the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office. You can contact our office at 770-278-8000 for any additional information. At this time, I will turn it over to Ms. Clarine for any comments that she may want to make.
Would she spell her name?
I'm sorry?
If she could spell her.
Okay. Okay, all right. So they're going to want your full name? They're going to want her?
Yeah,
good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. I first want to say love is the most powerful force on the earth. And my name is Kenneth Page. I'm a lawyer from the District of Columbia and a part of this family. It's been an honor to work with the family and stand with them as we try to bring Imani home. I wanted to give Christine just a minute to catch her breath and to prepare to kind of give a brief statement. But I'd like all the parents out there to think about what it would be like to be without your child since the 16th of July, not to know where they are, not to talk to them. We'd like to call on that feeling and emotion and ask the entire community for its support in looking and supporting the sheriff. I also want to thank the Sheriff's Department. This is one of those kind of relationships where the Sheriff's Department has been supportive, calling, working really, really hard, and we want to thank them sincerely from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. With that, I want to pass it to Clarine to allow her to introduce herself, and she can spell her name as well. All right, Clarine, please.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Clarine Andujar-White, C-L-A-R-I-N-E, Andujar, A-N-D-U-J-A-R hyphenated White, W-H-I-T-E. I live in Conyers, Georgia. On July 16th, my daughter, Imani Roberson, had dinner at her home with her toddler and newborn, as they stated. For context, she lives 2 streets away and visits almost daily. She typically takes Troop Smith Road or Highway 212 between our 2 subdivisions. She left my home about 5:30 on Sunday evening after we had dinner, en route to her home with her 2 children, and has not been seen since. Imani has a caramel complexion. She's about 5 feet 2 inches tall, with dark brown eyes and a small build. Her hair is currently styled in thick, knotless braids with a reddish color, and she normally wears them pinned up to the back. She wears glasses and occasionally contact lenses. She has a tattoo sleeve on her left arm. Over the course of the last 20 years, I have lost 3 children. Please help me bring Imani home. Anyone who thinks they may have seen her or the car, please, there is no detail too small. We really need your help. Imani loves her children. I know she would never leave her children or myself. Please help me reunite these babies with their mother.
All right, so as I would just conclude with, currently, even as we speak, I have a team of investigators over in the conference room kind of behind us, meeting and discussing and planning. We in constant conversation with our district attorney's office as well. And so I would assure the family that we're going to find some answers to Imani Roberson's disappearance. Someone's going to answer to this. These 4 children deserve answers. This 1-month-old especially, including the other 3 kids, need their mother, and we're gonna work hard in finding the whereabouts of her mother and finding some answers for these kids and for Miss Clarine and the rest of the family. So with that, I hope we was able to clarify some things and give y'all somewhat of a direction as to where we're going. But just remember that we know a lot of information, but I'm just unable to share some additional information for now.
Sheriff,
quick question for you. You mentioned the 2 children were at dinner with her that night, and she left with the children. What happened to those children?
So the 4 children was walking to get in the car with Imani, and I think 2 decided to stay with the grandmother. So 2 decided to stay with the grandmother. The other 2 went home with Imani, which were the 3-year-old and the 1-month-old. And as to the whereabouts of the children, I will leave that up to the family to clarify that.
Did she drop off the kids at her house with her husband and then leave? I mean, this is kind of unclear here.
Well, as I stated, Imani left with her 2 children, right. 2 of the children, and 2 of the children stay home. Now, in terms of where she went from there, I won't confirm that.
The children are okay? Are the children safe?
Are the children okay? Yes.
Can you confirm whether or not Imani actually was still with her husband, or if they were estranged, living apart? There was some, no clarity as far as that. We were told that the children were later found with her estranged husband.
To my knowledge and my understanding, that she was still with her husband. And if I'm understanding your question, you mean is still married to him? They weren't separated, or yes? To my understanding, that she was still married to him and still with him.
Have you found her cell phone? Have you found her personal belongings?
I won't answer that. I'm sorry.
And to clarify, only her mother reported her missing. Her husband did not.
Her mother reported her missing.
Are you searching, Sheriff? Are you searching the cadaver dogs today in the area where her car was located?
We're talking with our investigators. Are in a meeting now, and we're planning. We have launched one group of cadaver dogs already, and we have reached out to little over 3 other cadaver canine organizations, and we're talking with them, and we're planning, and it's an ongoing investigation.
Sheriff, any idea who might have wanted to do her harm? If there was a situation going on that...
What I will tell you is we're going to find out what happened to her, and someone is going to answer to why she's missing, if anyone's involved.
What was the last communication she had with someone over her phone? Can you tell us that?
I'm sorry, I can't comment on that.
Can you give any more details regarding the circumstances of the car, how it was found, how you were paying through that location, the location in general?
What I will, the only thing that I will confirm about the car is, and I'm glad that you asked that question. As I said, I wasn't going to answer any. One of the investigators wanted me to make sure I clarify this. Of course, we did find her car, and again, when I stated earlier that information that was leaked out that shouldn't have been leaked out, one of the reasons is, in order to confirm some information, we have to get information back. So we had to contact an organization, because as you all already know, the car was burned. And so we have to find identifiers on that vehicle and contact specific organizations to come and look for those identifiers to confirm whose car was burned. And once they were contacted and they came out and we ran the vehicle, it was confirmed that it was her car.
But no other details surrounding where it was found?
No, I can't comment on that.
At this time, there are no further updates on this case. Police did not release any information about her husband. If you have any information that could help in locating Imani, please reach out to your local authorities. I will continue to keep my thoughts and prayers with her family, friends, and children at this time. I am praying that Imani is found. You guys, let me know your thoughts and your opinions down below. Let's please respect the victim and the family in the comments. I love you guys dearly, and with that being said, don't forget to check on your loved ones.